Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Today we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends Shang-Chi slash Mr. Hyde wave, the Mandarin aka Wenwu, and Death Dealer. And these figures are pretty good, but I also just really quick want to say sorry that I did not get out the individual reviews because I planned originally to do all of these figures, including Katie from this wave and all that stuff, as a individual review the whole week. But on Tuesday, I was going up a flight of stairs and fell on some tools and proceeded to fall down that flight of stairs. I'm okay. I'm, just some bumps and bruises and all that stuff. Nothing too major. But that, took me out of commission for the day. And then the day after, aka Wednesday, was my birthday. And I felt like shit because I woke up the next day and, your body goes, hey, you know how you thought you were in pain? You're in more pain than you thought. So that happened. But all was good. Birthday was good. I'm okay. I'm going to be doubling up on the reviews. So today I'm going to be doing, as I said, we're going to be looking at Wenwu and Death Dealer. And I said the Mandarin because he's going to be the Mandarin, because it says on the box, he's been teased since the beginning of the MCU. So he's going to be the Mandarin. He may not be called the Mandarin, but, he's the Mandarin. He's got the 10 rings, as you can see. But let's get into that stuff. So first, let's take a look at what both of them come with. As for alternate hands, Wenwu comes with these two action hands, which you can use for different poses, martial arts poses and whatnot. These are really cool. They're very nicely detailed. You can see all the individual creases in the fingers, the fingernails, all that stuff. These have the up and down or horizontal movement, whatever you want to call it. And then he also comes with, as you can see on him currently, a grip hand and a fist, and he comes with opposites to those. So same kind of detail, all that good stuff. These are great. He also comes with this very, very cool weapon. This is very nice. This is actually a real weapon too. I couldn't tell you what the name of it is, and I apologize, but it looks very nice. It has actually has different colors of, no, maybe it's my lights. There's black on the hilt, but then there's it looks like it's darker here, but I don't think it is. I think it's just the way that my lights are hitting it currently. Yeah, you can see right here, it's all the same color. It has very nice detailing in it though. You can see all throughout. It's very nice. I like this. It's very flimsy, but not too flimsy to where it shouldn't be warped out of the package. Mine wasn't, at least, so. And as for Death Dealer, he comes with two of these relaxed hands. These are on him in the package. You can see there's a gray gunmetal plate on the back of the hand, and then these all have very nice glove detailing and whatnot on them. Looks very nice. He also has this throwing daggers hand, which is pretty cool. We saw something similar like this with Hawkeye from the Endgame wave, that figure that pretty much everyone's broke because they didn't do the knees properly on it. At least mine broke, and I know a lot of other people's did, and I'm still not over it, but that's not the point. These daggers look really good. There are more of these throughout the figure on the body and whatnot, and these just look really great. You can kind of see there's a detail here. Maybe it's the 10 Rings logo? No, it's not. Never mind. I was gonna say maybe it's a really small version of it, but it's not. These look really good. And he also has this dagger holding hand on the figure itself right now, and this is really nice. Sadly, no loose daggers, but really you couldn't really do anything anyway because he has the splayed out hands and then holding daggers or throwing dagger hands. So, but that's all right. That's not really a big problem. Just more stuff for us to lose, honestly. Let's take a look at Death Dealer first because he's actually some reuse that I did not know. The only way that I found out was actually thanks to Robo over on the Fwoosh, because the actual undersuit here, if you look at this neck peg right there on the torso itself and the legs, the undersuit to this is Ant-Man. I did not expect that at all. This is crazy. It is. It's Ant-Man underneath there, but the overlay piece is all brand new. The arms are brand new, and this is actually pretty good. It doesn't hinder very much. It looks like it could clamp right here, but I tried to pull on a little bit, and the glue started to come off, so I was like, ooh, yeah, no, don't do that. But this looks really good. You can see the deco on the face looks really nice. It looks exactly how it does in the movie. Looks very, very cool. Has the different textures throughout the mask and all the different layers and whatnot. You can see the ponytail coming out there, two more daggers, as I said, the different detailing throughout, the different ribbons. I kind of wish that this was more gunmetal colored like the plates on the hand are, because this just kind of looks like a cheap gray plastic, but it's not that big of a deal. It just could have been, but it matches the knee pads, so I think it works, but I think it could have been cool if they just threw on some metallic paint. You can see the 10 Rings logo here on the belt. A lot of different patterns throughout, and it looks really solid, and it actually doesn't have the problem of the really tight detents in the shoulder. And as for Wenwu, this face, all the faces in this wave, they're just spot on. They are perfect. But this looks really good. It looks just like him, like how he does in the trailer. Very stoic, very sinister, I guess, kind of a little bit. He's not a man to be messed with. You can see the 10 rings here. At first I thought that maybe the arms were backwards, because if you look, there's all this detailing here, and it looks really muscular stuff, but I don't think that it is. I think it's it doesn't, I don't know. It looks like it's kind of like the bottom of your arm muscular, but then at the same time, this looks like the actual bottom of the arm. So I have no idea. They look fine, but it's just, you know, it is what it is. It's got a little bit of blue on the shoulder pad here, not on this side, but they have this overlay piece. I really dig the asymmetry here on this. I think this is cool. He's blue as opposed to like the Mandarin's signature green, but also we don't know if he really is the Mandarin. He probably is, because I can't imagine that they would give us another fake out to the Mandarin. You know, and this makes sense because it's the Legend of the Ten Rings. As you can see the detail here on the belt, this looks really nice. Very, very beautiful sculpting work on the entire wave, honestly, of all of the Shang-Chi figures. Just so good. You can see all the different details that they put in that they didn't have to, but they went the extra mile, and it really paid off. We even have the detail on the boots here. Looks really nice. There are some problems when it comes to articulation on the figures in this wave, and I will get into that. But as for now, that's the detail, and these look really nice. I can't get over the face sculpt, especially on Wenwu. This is just, wow. Like, it's not even shiny either. Like, it is a little bit in some areas, but like, you know, people's faces are shiny. So, like, you know, you got a little bit of grease on your face, it's a little shiny. But this is just, I cannot get over how good his face especially looks. I'm now going over articulation, starting off with Death Dealer. Head is on, since it's on the Ant-Man body, it's on this old style where it's the peg. So head can go up all the way. Wow, I did not expect that. Can go down all the way. Got a little bit of tilt and then rotation. Arms can go out past 90, pretty good. Rotate all the way around. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows that go up almost all of the way. Wrists that go side to side, and then of course rotation. At the torso, move the arms here a little bit. You can get a little bit of crunch, but not really. That's the only problem when it comes to this one. You could, realistically speaking, no, I won't. I always say that I'm going to try stuff like that, but I don't. I either just don't want to or I just don't get to it. You could slit this with an X-Acto knife or something, you know, and just cut around the belt here so then it's kind of a floating piece, but you would have to worry about, or maybe even find a cloth option, but you would just have to worry about it gapping and all that. The legs can go that far forward. Let's see if I can get them both. Yep, you can get them both far forward. Can go both sides out. Can go swivel. Double jointed knees. Hindered a little bit by the skirt, but if you get it out of the way, or the gi, hindered by the gi, but if you get it out of the way, it moves perfectly fine. Got the little bit of detail on the boot here, forgot to mention that. No boot sleeve or anything like that, but can go back, can go forward, and has ankle pivot, of course, but it's very tight. A lot of these figures have really tight ankle pivots, so please put them in hot water so you don't tear your figures, because you don't want to mess up these figures, because these are really, really kick-ass figures. Who else is super hyped for the movie? I'm so excited to see this film. It looks beautiful. It looks so unique, and I was so excited for this before they even showed off the trailer, but after seeing that, oh man, it cannot come soon enough. I'm so excited. The cast for it is amazing from what I know and from what I've seen, and it just, as I said, it looks beautiful. The cinematography just looks so damn good. It looks chef's kiss, as the youths say. I say youths, I literally turned 21 yesterday. I'm not going over Wenwu. His head is on the new style of ball peg, and it can go up that far, can go down that far. Tilt, rotation. Shoulders can go, whoa, what the heck? Oh, okay. It felt like there was going to be another detent, but it doesn't. It goes out that side, not really hindered. Can go all the way around. It kind of juts out whenever it hits the shoulder pad here, but it can go all the way around. Swivel. Iso swivel double jointed elbows that go up pretty far, but you can obviously fidget with it depending on which joint you use. Rotation, hinge, ball joint at the waist, get a nice rotation, can go that far forward, that far back, that far to the side. Rotation, legs cannot go out very far, can kick a little bit far forward, can't really go back. Double jointed knees that go up that far, no boots or anything like that, but feet can go back that far, can go up that far, and swivel, ankle pivot. So yeah, as I was saying before, the problem with this figure is that you can't really get him into dynamic poses because of this, but you could take a knife and just slit right there on the side and there, so then you just have to worry about possibly tearing off that little bit of extra. But it can be done. You definitely could mess with it. You could even, I was going to say try and maybe go up the seam line, but that's a terrible idea. You might want to, if you want more articulation out of this, maybe find the cloth option. I would suggest, but I may try doing this because there are plenty of figures that I've slit these kind of things on, like I did it on Doctor Strange to give him more range. But it kind of depends on how he moves in the movie. If he's very agile, then I probably will do it. But as of right now, I think he's fine just standing on the shelf, looking imposing and being like, oh, you've heard of the Mandarin? Yeah, I'm the Mandarin. Surprise! And now going over some size comparisons. Here they are next to my custom road-worn Thor from the Ragnarok wave with the Age of Ultron head, and then the SH Figuarts Mark 85 original version, and the Figuart stuff is a little short, but if you pull the legs, you can get it. It doesn't look pretty, but it stacks up. If you wanted to have the Mandarin go to war with Wakanda, or, say, Iron Man, you could definitely do that too. This stacks up pretty well. If you wanted to have your own MCU-inspired stuff going on, you could really definitely do this, and I think it works. Here is next to the classic AI Tony from this wave, and then the Endgame Captain America with the Civil War head on it, and I think this works as well. We definitely... What is up with them not being able to get the height right on Captain America? He just, for some reason, they always make him shorter than he is. Because Cap's supposed to be, like, just a hair shorter than Thor, who's always too big, and then, like, about the same height as Tony when he's in the suit, but they always make Tony a little big too, and then Cap is always just too small, so it's just... it's crazy. I hope the Infinity Saga stuff that's coming out this year is... Hope we get a whole bunch of different stuff. And last but not least, here he is next to my custom / kit bash Shang-Chi from the comic wave, and then the Daredevil on the Bucky Cap mold, which is also a kit bash / custom. And I think this definitely works. So yeah, overall, I really enjoy these figures, and if you are excited for the Shang-Chi film, or if you just want the Mr. Hyde figure, you know, if you want to build that guy, this is definitely a wave that's worth getting in its entirety. I originally was going to pass on the comic figures, and I was originally maybe even going to pass on some of the movie figures until I saw the film, but... Oh, who am I kidding? I was going to get the MCU stuff anyway. I couldn't even say that with a straight face. Yeah, no, I was going to get all the MCU stuff, but I was going to pass on the comic book figures originally, but I decided not to. I'm so glad that I didn't, because I gush over that freaking classic Iron Man in the in the review for Monday. Oh, I love that figure. It's so good. But the Civil Warrior's not bad too, and you'll see why I don't think it's that bad when I show that, because I actually made a really cool kit bash out of it, and something that a lot of us probably have been wanting. So yeah. It's going to do it for me, and I will catch you all in the next one. See ya.